Ooh,
Ghosty, ghosty. Ooh.
it's spooky. Welcome to the Halloween Spooktacular Special. Ooh.
Where Tom has to elevate Rob's microphone volume yet again.
So I've got the headphones on. Why is it still not right? I've got to stop whispering. Sorry. Am I not looking? Maybe I'm not aiming at the special knobbly bit, right?
No, I think you're uber quiet and you like doing ASMR.
Well, I don't actually like ASMR at all, but I don't make the jokes. I just think it's all a bit odd.
Anyway, yeah, over to you. You're in charge of the beginning today.
So here we are on the special Halloween special, the special Halloween special.
That was meant to be spooky, but it kind of isn't, and we forgot that we were meant to be out by a hangman's tree where the highwayman got hung, but hanged.
Hunged.
That'll do.
Hunged by the naked.
We'll do that at some point.
Yeah, well, we've got next year.
Oh,
The Christmas special.
We've got many years of this.
Christmas special, we're going to the hangman trees.
Merry Christmas, dead person.
Yeah. So what we decided to do was a bit more spiritual, I suppose, then.
It was.
Scary, spooky. I had a little bit of a crash course in tarot card reading, and then did a reading. And I hope you enjoy it. This is, as we record this, the lesson was yesterday, and the reading is today.
Yeah, so
Exciting.
basically, we had the idea of doing some tarot cards. We decided, as you'll hear, I repeat myself, we know this by now, but we decided to avoid using the hoodoo cards just because they seem to be a little bit more cultural, and we really didn't want to piss people off.
Yeah.
Albeit we are taking this very seriously. We're not doing this as a piss take, as a joke. We just really wanted to see what would happen. But very kindly, you got offered a lesson, didn't you, by Kim, who was through the A Pint of Cthulhu podcast.
That's right.
And their Discord server, and from the sound of it, she was fantastic.
She was brilliant, so lovely, and you'll all hear it.
Yeah, so sit back, enjoy Rob's lesson of tarot.
Ooh. It started recording. I can now hear my son has instantly started crying as soon as I've clicked start, but my wife's here, so it's fine. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks. So, who are you? Who are you?
I'm Kimber. I am a working witch and tarot reader from the Ohio Valley in the United States. I've been practicing and reading tarot for 30 years now.
Yeah, wicked. So, we've made a connection through, it's Matt, isn't it, from Pint of Cthulhu podcast, because I was hoping for our kind of like Halloween-y episode of the Channel 84 podcast to do a tarot reading for one of our listeners. And I just put the thing out, and within like 5 minutes of the post, he instantly come back to me with your name. I was like, okay, right, fine, let's go for it. So that's really what we're here to do, isn't it? Crash course on what tarot is, why people do it, what got you into it, and then what information you can plow into my brain in the short period of time that I might be able to do something with Tom and one of the listeners.
Okay, that sounds perfect.
So let's start. Really, what got you into it?
I was at a point in my life when I was 25 where I was kind of lost. I was working dead-end jobs and was kind of a job hopper, just would work until I was bored and move on to the next thing. And I was looking for some kind of guidance, maybe therapy, but I couldn't afford a therapist because I didn't have health insurance. So a friend of mine sent me to a tarot reader. You know, it's $25. Go get a reading. And the tarot reader and I really clicked. And I was her last reading of the day, and I stayed, and we had coffee, and we talked for like 2 hours. And she's like, do you want to learn how to read tarot? And I said, yes. And that started all of my stuff now.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun and exciting and weird.
A friend of mine lives down the road, and I told her about this, and she said, "Oh, I went for a tarot reading once, and the reader said to her that she had the energy that she could read it as well. That this lady thought that my friend could read it as well. Is that something that you get told or no one can just do it, or certain people?"
I believe that anybody can read tarot. My take on tarot is a little different than some readers out there, and we'll see how many of them I can make angry during your podcast.
All right.
I believe that tarot works very much with psychology, specifically Jungian psychology. You have the major arcana, which are these 22 cards that are all these archetypes for major things that happen in our lives. And then we have 52 cards that's just the regular playing card deck that are each is associated with an element: earth, air, fire, and water. And each of those ties to different aspects of our life: our money, love and connection, communication and thought, and then passion and action. So the pictures for a long time were all set up sort of towards this classic hermetic sort of symbolism, which goes back to Jewish mysticism, which is weird because they're not the ones that invented the tarot. So I think if you're an intuitive person at all, if you're a good communicator, you can use the pictures in the tarot by themselves to lay out sort of a story that helps people open up and really examine for themselves what's going on with their lives.
Yes. Yeah. That's the little bit of reading about it I did. It was, people were saying, yeah, you're telling a story more than really just reading what it is.
Yeah.
So do you literally use every single card in the deck? So I think, is it 78?
It is 78. Yeah.
And let's say, for example, someone came to you for a reading. Do they come to you because they want something specific? Like they want something, I want to know about my love life, or will I be happy in the future? You know, money, what the usual things people want to know, you know. Do you then just use particular cards? Is it the cup cards are to do with love? Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. They are.
So does that mean you would only read those, or it's whether those cards come into it or not?
It's whether those cards come into it or not. I read with all 78 cards. Some people read them reversed, because if you lay them out and they're upside down, they have a slightly different meaning than if they're right side up. I have never felt the need to do that. I read all of mine straight up.
Is that from, is that just from shuffling it and then you just pull the card?
Yeah. I will shuffle it. If I'm doing an in-person reading, then the person I'm reading for will cut the cards for me. If I'm doing it online, I just ask them to concentrate about their question really hard. And I can know that question or not.
Yeah. Do you find that people want to tell you the question, or do you find that it's just different every time?
It depends on whether they are skeptics or not. Skeptics do not want to tell me their question. They will try hard not to make eye contact. They will give me no information when I ask them a question, because they're trying to prove it doesn't work.
Yeah, they want they want you to prove you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm not psychic.
Yeah, that's not what you're doing. You're not reading their mind. Yeah.
No.
You're reading the cards.
Yeah. Gotcha. So a little feedback helps.
Yeah. I'm just glancing over my questions, but kind of we're just going through them already. What would you recommend for a beginner who wants to get into it? Where would you think someone should start?
At the beginning. So you want a basic deck that has imagery on it that connects with you, that you look at it and it makes you happy. You want to look at the cards. Whoa,
I got a shiny one because I liked that it was shiny. So I've done that without even realizing it.
Yeah. And then if you had more time to get into reading it, I would say go through the major arcana and read about the hero's journey. That's right. What it is. It's from fool and innocence and ignorance to coming into your own and experience and being a master of whatever that is. And that's the big one. And then it's kind of funny. The other cards, the pip cards, the minor arcana, nines all basically mean the same thing across the board within their element. So the 9 of cups is getting your wish. The 9 of swords is a nightmare because it's all in your head. So it's like this. None of it's really real. Wishes aren't real. Often they're illusory. We think we want something, and it's because we didn't have it. We don't know what all that entails. Well, nightmares are the same thing. They're illusionary, and generally your brain warning you about something that you're not dealing with.
Right.
So so it's those kind of things.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get into the meat of it. What should I be doing right now? Let's say that we'll role play.
Okay.
I'll role play as me. And I obviously clearly know what I'm doing. Where should I be starting? I've got a deck of cards in my hands. What would I be doing? I should be asking questions to the client or the
shuffling your cards for sure. And then introductions. You would ask me if I had any questions.
Yeah.
If there's a particular area that I need a reading on, or if it's just like general next month sort of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just shuffling away. It's a big pack of cards to be shuffling, isn't it? Right.
Yeah.
Makes for good radio, this. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Right. That's that bit done. Okay, so I've shuffled them. So let's say that you... What would you like to know? Let's do it. What would you like to know, Kim? Tell me. Let me help you out.
Okay. I would like to know if I am going to be able to make the money that I need in the next month.
Okay. Right. So what would I, at this stage, is it like you pull 5 cards, you pull 1, what would we be doing?
Okay. So depending on, and this sounds so business person, depending on how much they're paying you for the reading, I do 3, 5, or the giant Celtic cross spread, which I do not recommend for beginners. A 3-card spread is you would flip a card, and that would be the present. You would flip another card and lay it to the left, which is the past. And then you would flip the final card and lay it to the right, which is the future. So you can read left to right, just like a book.
Okay. So the present is the first card you put in the middle, present. That's where you are. This is you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if you wanted to expand that to a 5 card, you would lay one just above the present card. And that would represent what I am actively doing or not doing to achieve my goal. And then on the bottom would be passive influences on that, the 5th card.
Right. So the card in the middle. So would you lay the middle and then the active card, then the passive card, and then do past and future. You do that.
You can do it that way.
Or does it not matter?
So long as when you draw it, you state what that is. Like,
right.
If I'm going to draw it and lay it to the top, that's going to be what you're actively doing to work towards it.
Okay. So I'm just making notes while we're going.
Well, you want the person to read that you're reading for to know basically what's going on and what your process is, so that because they don't know the cards 9 times out of 10. So it
just
lets
like me,
them
the reader,
in the know.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it. So what should we
right.
do for you? What should we do? A 3?
Let's do a 3.
Do a 3, right? And I just pull from the top.
Yeah.
I need to cut them first, don't I? So you need to think of your question while I cut them. That's right.
All
That's
right.
what you said. Is that right? Yeah. So I'm going to cut them. I've cut them. Okay, so I'll lay the first card. And it is the Empress. So it says 3 on it, the Empress. So I haven't got, you sent me a very good link that said what they all were. Mm-hmm. So I don't have that on my phone. But
that's okay.
So you know what the Empress is. So should I be explaining it now, or do I wait till I've put them all out and then I build the story? Because at that point I can know what they all are.
I kind of do this middle ground. I would go, oh, so this is about money and you have the Empress. Well, she's all about prosperity and abundance. And then I would go to the next
this is
one.
good.
Yeah.
This is good. Right. Okay, so now we're going to do past. So now it's past. So I place that to the left. Right. And that is the 10 of Cups.
Ooh.
So you've loved your past money.
Loved my, I have celebrated hard with my past money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Kickstarter.
And then we're going to go to the future. And your future is the Page of Cups.
Ooh.
Interesting that I did shuffle these, but it's brought out 2 cups.
Yeah. Well, that happens. So the Page of Cups is about messages. And it's a page, so it's not a really quick message, but it has to do with a message from water. So emotional, social connections, that kind of thing. So then I would flip a 4th card on that to, well, but what's the message?
Okay, so, and that would be placed above it?
Mm-hmm.
No, because that's what you're actively doing. Or is that only for... Okay,
just place it right on top of that card.
Straight on top of it. 4 of Pentacles.
All right. Yeah.
Is that a bad one? I don't know what that one is.
It's not bad. The 4 of Pentacles is a little miserly. So it's saying, actually, just keep your hands on what you've got.
Yeah. And that's a minor arcana because it's an of. Is that right?
Yeah.
Notice that all the minor ones say there's something of something, whereas the major ones tend to be this. This is this.
Yes. 0 through 22 are majors.
Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what have we got out of this? This is basically telling you that you're going to be all right if you keep doing what you're doing. Financially, you're going to be good. You're on the right path. That's what we're finding out.
Yeah. Maybe don't spend quite so much. Is what it's saying. You have enough. Just budget better.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you can spin it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you read yourself?
I hate reading myself, but I can. The problem with reading yourself is you almost need like a proxy. You're familiar with the gaming world, so you kind of need like Mythic, a book that will tell you, here are your choices for what that means in your reading. Because you could color it with wish fulfillment kind of stuff.
Yeah, gotcha.
And I've met readers who can do it and do it really well, but I have rose-colored glasses, so I can't give myself bad news.
Yeah. So should we try another one?
Sure.
Get myself really good. Let's do a 5.
Okay.
I need you for a 5. this is going to cost you £50.
Wow.
Okay?
Those are Australian
expensive?
Prices, but yeah.
They're expensive, like 50 UK quid. 50 quid. What's that
50,
in
50
dollars?
UK
That'd be
quid.
$60,
Like
is it?
$60, yeah.
Is that expensive for 5?
For 5, yeah. It's usually about $1 a minute in the United States.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'd be keeping you for 50 minutes.
Yes.
We can really go for some here, right?
Woohoo! Right.
So it's M. Night Shyamalan we're going to go for it. Okay, right. So we do the same again. We do the center one, the present. So your present. Oh, we need a question.
Oh, you do.
We haven't asked question.
I'm not going to tell you what my question
is. Don't tell me this time. Okay. So you have got the world. It's a very nice picture of a lady there with only a ribbon covering her private parts. And let's find out what we're going to go on top of that, like above it, and that is what you're actively doing. Mm-hmm. And that is, it's the Four of Pentacles again. I've been shuffling the entire time that we were here. So, and then below that, for the passive on that, you've got the Eight of Cups. So what are we looking at so far?
So far, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to the left, which is the past, and that is it's the Page of Cups again. I have been shuffling these.
Oh, I know. It takes like, I think I read that it takes like 100 riffle shuffles to truly randomize the deck.
Oh, okay. Well, I was ripple shuffling, but I haven't done 100 in that space of time. And then we have got, oh, look, yeah, it's the Empress again for the future. Ooh. It really wants you to have these. It's really telling you that you're the Page of Cups and the Empress. Mm-hmm. So what does that tell us? So we've got the world in the middle.
Yeah.
With the Four of Pentacles above, the Eight of Cups below, Page of Cups to the left, and Empress to the right.
It tells me that we're really on par for having a good reading for my question.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What was the question?
Okay, so the question is, I had a crafting thing that I was making for somebody else, and if they would like it, if I could get it in under budget, and if they would like it.
Right, and this has told you that they are going to like it.
Yeah.
Good. Wicked.
And I came in under budget and didn't stress about it too much.
Wicked.
So, yay. Yeah.
So another thing that I can't remember who told me this one. I think it was one of the listeners said that they were told that they had a spirit guide that helped you with tarot. Is that right? And that theirs was a Valkyrie. This is what my friend was telling me. What does that mean?
Some people do. So spirit guides, they can be any number of different beasties. You can have a guardian angel. You can have one of your ancestors. Right. The Fae, I don't recommend that because they have a sense of humor and the cards are funny enough without any help at all.
Okay.
Because I also do augury with crows. I read bird stuff. So I have a little chant that I say on my cards when I'm getting ready to do a reading with somebody, which is crow of black and shining beauty, truth of word be thy duty. Tell me of Rob's path. And I'll say that 3 times and then start the reading. Because the crows made Queen Mab mad, and she cursed them to always have to tell the truth.
Right. And then they answer you by telling you in what you're doing.
Yeah, sometimes I stop when I'm doing and I listen. Because I'm in a ruralish end of the suburb. So we have crows. So if I'm confused about something and I'm torn about how this fits together, I'll stop and listen with that choice in my head and wait to see if I hear a crow. And oftentimes I will. But sometimes I don't, and then it's kind of me. Yeah. I flip a coin in my head with what feels best and go with that. And that's, I mean, I once had a woman actually accuse me in a reading, I'd never met her, of being hired by her ex-husband to mess with her.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. The story I told was too good.
Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, that's a good compliment then, I guess.
Yeah.
If you've upset them because they think that you know too much. Kim, you know too much. You've been bugging my house. Right? Okay, I think I would like to try one more with you.
Okay.
A 3, and I'm going to look at, on the cheat sheet you gave me, I'm going to look.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and figure out what it's telling me. And this whole time, again, I've been shuffling.
Okay.
So, right. So, think of your question and I'll cut.
Okay.
Okay, I've cut the cards. Right. So, we go for the middle. You're joking. It's the Empress again. Okay, right. I am shuffling, I promise. So, face up. So, you're divine, feminine, sensuality, fertility, nurturing, creativity, beauty, abundance, nature. That's what the cheat sheet is telling me.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go to the past. Judgment. Judgment. Let me see what judgment. That's a major, right?
Mm-hmm.
You did tell me the numbers. Self-evaluation, awakening, renewal, purpose, reflection, reckoning. Okay. And then 7 of Swords. Gosh, that's going to be really far down somewhere. So what's the minor arcana of Swords? What do they... So they represent... Swords of this suit... I can't read, it's too small. Of intelligence, logic, truth, ambition. Okay. So... 7... Lies, trickery, scheming, strategy, resourcefulness, sneaking, and cunning. Oh, I like this card. This is a nice one.
Right?
Okay, so in your future, well, could this mean that you know something you've been not scheming but planning could be coming to fruition? Is that what you could take from this?
Yeah, that would be the positive side of that, for sure. Yeah. I'm like, am I going to hit the lottery next week? So it's probably not. But, I'll play now because I liked your interpretation.
Oh, that's what you were asking. Are you going to win the lottery? Right.
Yeah.
So what was judgment?
Win the lottery next week?
So judgment. The past judgment. Let me just go back. Sorry, this is great listening for everyone. When I'm flicking through this big, massive list of these subject cards. Yeah, self-evaluation, awakening, renewal, purpose, reflection, reckoning. I'm not sure what that would mean in your past. What would you read
I reckon that I should probably buy a lottery ticket this time. Because I don't play the lottery. I'm like, wow, wouldn't it be great to win that? Yeah, that's a lot of money. Yeah, and we never buy tickets.
What does that mean for me as a reader if you went and brought a ticket and you won?
It means that I would say that you were the hottest new reader to hit the thing, and you would get flooded with clients. And
I would be doing
cult, right? You could start your own tarot cult.
I'm up for that. Cults always end well, so I think that's an absolutely fantastic idea.
I mean, it depends on the cult. Some outliers.
There's some outliers, but I think generally cults are great.
Yeah.
Kim, this has been really good fun. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
We said to keep it to half an hour, didn't we? And it's 26 minutes. So I've got a little time. It's been really nice talking to you. I'd like to talk to you more. We could do more of this if you like.
I would
this
love
is great. I've really enjoyed this.
I mean,
this is wicked.
I would love to do this and come on and do like just little readings for your readers or for you.
Yeah.
You and Tom.
This is great. Yeah. I'm up for that. So advertise yourself for me, Kim. Where can people find you? What do you do? What are you selling?
Okay. So what I'm selling is right now it's October, and for spooky season, I run a up to 30-minute reading for $15 US, which is, I don't know, $13 for 13 pounds, maybe, roughly.
Yeah, like
I don't know which way it goes.
Yeah.
And you can find me at the Pint of Cthulhu podcast Discord server. I actually have 2 channels dedicated to me, one for just text stuff, and then I have a voice channel where I can do readings for you online, called Crone Cards and Coffee, which is what I read under when I'm out and about at the shops and things reading. And I also offer gift cards. Well, gift certificates. Cards are expensive.
Yeah.
So,
you have a Twitter as well, right? You have a Twitter or an X, whatever we call it now. Yeah.
Twitter till I die.
That's it.
Oh, crud. Do I know my Twitter? I just log in on my phone.
It's Robin.
I believe it's Robin Moondancer.
I think it is Robin Moondancer. I'm going to have a
Robin with a Y.
I linked you earlier in something. Let me just bring it up because I want to make sure. Yes, so it's at Robin Moondancer. ROBYNMOONDANCER.
Yes.
Wicked. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you all next time. Thank you.
Fabulous. Bye. Thank you. Bye.
We're back.
Good, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm really, really impressed. Quite impressed that you got the hang of it so quickly as well. It seemed, I don't know if it's not right to say, did it come naturally to you, but it seemed that there's some common sense involved mixed with using your own storytelling ability. Would that be fair to say?
I think so. I think that's the right way of putting it. Yeah. Being able to, well, I mean, it was only, how many? I did 3. And really, she kind of led them, really. But, yeah, I think if you're good at being able to think reasonably quickly,
yeah,
then it's good. And, making the stories of the cards and, as you'll see in the next section.
And do you feel Kim was a good teacher?
Kim is brilliant. She's so nice. She's really funny. We talked longer after the recording too.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah. Really, putting up with me and, you know me, slightly eccentric in some ways. But she was brilliant, patient, and I was really trying to emphasise that I wasn't taking the mick at any point in time. I laugh in general as part of just the way I speak. So I don't want anyone to think I'm ever taking the mick out of any of this.
No, absolutely. And I don't think that came across like that at all. And hopefully what you're going to explain now will also come across as not us taking the piss.
Yeah. And here we are with our little reading for the Patron Saint of Podcasts, Karen Chesters.
We're sorry, Mr. Court.
I'm not sorry. Make me tea.
Okay, so, hello, children. I don't know why I'm here, and I don't know why I've got 2 people, one next to me, which he has to be here, but Karen, podcast personer that we love.
No.
Patron saint
of podcasting.
Look, I've been up since 6 and I finished work at midnight. Give me a goddamn break. Right. Why am I here? Why is Karen patron saint of the podcast here? And why am I sat next to you on the sofa?
With a big stack of cards in my hand.
All good questions.
Yeah, so someone fill in the gaps for me. You had a lesson yesterday teaching you how to do tarot.
That's right.
And now we have Karen.
So, for our super duper spoopy Halloween episode,
which isn't going to be that spooky, it turns out.
I wanted to do something different. And with those hoodoo cards that came up,
Yes.
We fancied going a bit safer to tarot.
Yeah, we kind of felt the hoodoo cards were a little too steeped in African culture that if we did them wrong, it might become offensive.
Yeah.
This could also be offensive, and we apologise to any of the Wiccans or anyone that actually deals within tarot. If we do this wrong and we upset you, we genuinely don't mean it, and we're genuinely not ripping the piss here either.
No,
we've actually taken this seriously, because we said if we're going to do something like this, we're going to do it properly, and we're not going to use it as just an easy joke. So
exactly. So how it went was I decided I wanted to do a tarot reading, and instantly I knew I wanted to do it for you, Karen. There was just no contest of who I was going to do this for. And the idea was, if you weren't willing to do it, I was going to get Tom to be you.
Proxy Tom.
Proxy, so it was going to be you. So I put a tweet out. I've not got very many followers, but within 5 minutes, Matt from the Cthulhu podcast got in touch with someone in their Discord called Kim, a lovely lady called Kim, and she was willing to teach me. Or give me a 30-minute crash course.
You will have heard that lesson before this section.
Yeah.
So before this section, we will have played the whole lesson, and if you head over onto YouTube, you'll see the video of the lesson as well.
Yep.
Just like you can head over to YouTube and you'll see this video as well.
If you're right with that, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen. Cheers for checking that was okay before.
Yeah,
no, it's fine.
Could,
yeah. Everyone can see my beautiful mug.
Right, okay. Well, we can superimpose something onto your face.
Yeah, we'll just put an emoji across the face.
Yeah, big emoji. I did a TikTok today. Oh, God, I'm getting sidetracked. I did a TikTok today, and it chose an emoji and then changed your face to be that emoji.
Oh, nice.
I got the really weird, freaky looking one. I didn't record it because it was a bit scary, but I think it just was doing that to everybody, because all the ones I saw all had the same
okay. You have to show me that one later.
Anyhow, getting sidetracked. Sorry.
Well, another sidetrack. The wife wants you to do a reading as well.
Oh, wicked! I'm well up for this. So, apologies to everyone. As you would have just heard or watched, I have half an hour's worth of knowledge where I did 3 readings for Kim. And as you'll know, the shuffling wasn't great. Or my spirit guide is the Empress and they love me.
Right, okay.
So I'm really hoping that Kim won the lottery today. And if she did, it's £50 a reading if you want anything from me. There may very well be a lot of dead air as I read my notes.
Well, I'll try and fill that dead air by looking at the pretty pictures and saying, "Oh, look at this pretty picture."
Would you like to read the first line of my note page?
Oh, yes, I saw this yesterday. Notes, don't fuck it up.
Yeah, right, okay. So, obviously, you guys don't know the lesson. You wouldn't have just heard it. You could do 3 cards, 5 cards, or I think she called the other ones a cross or something.
Right, okay.
I'm not doing that. We're going to do 3, Karen. Okay? So, what I need from you is you can either tell me or you keep it to yourself, but you need to think of a question, the question that you want an answer to. But it can be anything that you want, anything you want. What in your life you like? I know what I want you to ask.
Okay, what do you want me to ask?
I want you to ask yours first.
Mr. Court is not present, therefore you cannot be asking questions relating to him.
He's not here, but he does send his best regards and said to say hello.
Nice. Is that consent? Fantastic. That's how consent works, isn't it?
Oh God, I'm gonna have to play you my favourite video that Jem introduced me to, which it was a police advert about consent, and what they do is they talk about it as in a cup of tea.
I think you have sent me that.
Have I sent that to you?
Yeah,
It says, if they're unconscious, they do not want a cup of tea.
It does.
And it's true.
It gets pretty unhinged by the end of it. Yeah, I think, okay, yeah, quite clear that person doesn't want tea. Right.
I will say though, if it's 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm unconscious and Adam's putting a cup of tea on the side, I'm not going to say no.
So you're the outliner.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm a contrary person. Sorry, apologies. Okay.
Nice.
Question. Well, I okay. What is? This is very predictable, and Adam will probably kill me for asking this. Spirit Guide Empress of Rob of Channel 84. what is mine and Mr. Court's unmarried future looking like?
Oh, I'm so glad that was the question I wanted.
No.
I'm so glad. Am I that predictable?
He has been hoping for that question since we brought this up. He's like, I've got to do it. I've got to do it.
I've dreamt of this moment.
Emphasis on the unmarried.
Yeah. So they say. We don't know. There's no proof.
There's no ring.
What's going to happen is, can you actually see me? Because I'm quite far away from our camera.
You waving your arm about, yeah.
So in this arm is the stack of tarot cards. So I want you to really concentrate on that question. And I normally would have you cut the cards, but this isn't the future where you can. It's not Cyberdyne where you've got a robotic arm that can move the cards.
We haven't got a robotic arm to do that. So
isn't that freaky in that Terminator? Oh no, maybe it's from the ride. There's a ride. I'm getting sidetracked. Sorry.
Yeah,
anyway.
no, get on with the cards.
Right. No robot arms. Okay, I'm going to cut the cards, Karen. I need you to think of that question while I cut the cards. No more sidetracks. Right, I've cut them.
And I'll just confirm he has shuffled these non-stop since he's got here.
Yeah.
So there isn't any, he hasn't just cut it because he knows there's particular cards there.
No.
He has been sat there shuffling while I've done everything else.
I did.
Hint,
yeah, well, he's done everything else. Yeah. I just turned up, sat down, started shuffling. Right. So we're going to lay 3 cards down.
Okay, right. There's my leg.
Right. This is creased. So I think this is one that I've actually already opened before. And if this is the Empress, I'm going to be really upset with everybody. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, yes.
Okay.
It's the 10 of Cups.
Right. So
now, let me tell you, the 10 of Cups is a minor arcana. I remember that. Thank you, Kim.
You're not going to be able to see this on video. I might be able to zoom in.
So, let me go down to cups. So I want to explain to you what the cups represent. So this is your present. And a cup card represent intelligence, logic, truth, ambition, conflict, communication. Am I reading the right one? No, I'm not. Ignore that because that's swords. Cups. Oh, it's good to fight. Right. No, this is it. So as emotions, unconscious, creativity, intuition. Frequently talk about relationships.
Ooh,
Karen.
Okay.
Whether romantic or otherwise, and one's imagination. Okay, so this is good. So your present relationships. Good. Right. We're going to go to your past now, Karen.
Oh, okay.
The Magician. A major arcana of the Magician in your past.
Okay, we'll hold it up. Not that anyone will see it. If maybe I'll zoom in on the video if I can. But yep, there you go. Super shiny Magician.
Okay. So, willpower, desire, being resourceful, skill. Maybe there was a lot of, maybe you had to be quite resourceful in your past to capture this love that you've got with Adam. Maybe.
Right.
Maybe that could, that's how we might read it that way.
Without digging too much, and feel free to say no, who did the chasing?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because were you willing and were you resourceful to get him, or were you willing to accept him?
I had to be resourceful to get rid of the last one, if that counts.
Well, maybe that could represent that.
No, absolutely.
Resourcefulness, your desire to leave your ex-partner. And now we're going to move to your future.
Okay.
Oh, I swear on my life, these were shuffled.
The death card.
Listen, I have never had a reading where I didn't get the death card, and it's not about death.
Right, so there we go. There's the card.
Transformation.
Exactly.
Endings, change, transition, letting go and release. Now, that doesn't mean letting go of Adam. It could be a change of your status.
Letting go of the relationship moving to the next level.
No. I'm reading this. This has all been good. You know, it was, we started off love-based. What was what was specifically was the Magician? No, that you put them in the wrong places, for God's sake.
No, I haven't.
That goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that goes. Present, past, future.
Oh, right. Well, you didn't tell me they were in a particular way.
Sorry.
Time's linear. Come on, get with the program.
Right, so let's go to 10 of Cups. Happiness, homecoming, yeah. So you're happy, you're feeling pretty fulfilled in your relationship, I hope, in present. You've had desires in your past to change your position, leaving your ex-partner. Now the death card is symbolizing another change, and could that change very well be not specifically an ending of a relationship, but a changing of that relationship into something stronger, something more marital. This could not have been more fucking perfect. Thank you. I'm not doing another reading in my life. Kim is the best teacher in the world. The Empress is my master. I love you all. Thank you. Good night. End the conversation. It was 11 minutes long.
So there you go. Inside of 11 minutes, Karen, we've now married you off without even attempting to. That's the beautiful thing about this. He really, really didn't rig this.
I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. This is real.
Sorry, right. You carry on not believing it. Okay, you just stay there like a good boy. What did you think, Karen? So thoughts on the reading first of all, and then thoughts about what that reading says to you.
Kim's going to be so proud of me.
Very professional, very professional. Like I said, I've never had a reading without the death card. I don't know if that means that I've spent my life transforming from one version of myself to another, or it's changes. I have had to be very resourceful in my past. I actually lived on the streets for a few months when I first moved to Swansea.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, and now I'm in a position where I've got my own place. I mean, I rent it. I don't own it. But, yeah, resourcefulness is important. As for a change in seriousness of relationship status, I think you'll have to confer with Mr. Court on that one. I'm not entirely sure it's up to me, but I've had 2 wives and I'm on my second divorce, so I don't need a husband.
Okay, fair enough. I just before you said that, I was going to say, well, you could always put a ring on him, but it sounds like you might not be too keen on the idea.
Next year's a leap year, and they do say if women are going to propose, it should be on is it the 29th of February, or
yeah, it's whatever day doesn't exist.
So yeah, watch out, Mr. Court.
Maybe he'll just ask you to go steady.
Oh, I'm not even sure we've asked each other that question yet.
Does he know that he's in a relationship with you? Have you ever actually?
I think.
Did you say, or are we going out?
On the weekends, he knows he's in a relationship with me. During the week, it's very much his own being.
All right. He's too busy making cups of tea.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from this, is the washing and cups of tea.
Yeah,
he's too busy.
Sure I leave him with washing and dirty mugs.
Maybe that's all it is, Karen. He's just a busy man making tea for you.
Oh, no, he's a hermit.
Oh, right.
I think we all are. I'd like to be a hermit, to be honest.
Yeah, to be fair, I only go out if I really have to.
Yeah, snap, I was stuck in London today. I would have rather been in... I know it's a mess in here, but dear God, I would have rather have been in here. Even though it was hot in here as well, I would have preferred to be here.
I did also driving.
You went and picked up 7 TVs for some reason, which we'll talk about later, because I need one if one's fallen off the back of the van.
I don't know. The door is broken where someone crashed into it, so,
so
it could very well fall out the back of it. I don't know.
You should have done a reading to see what happened.
Oh, that's a good idea.
How's the insurance claim going to work out?
Ooh.
Well, yeah, I could ask that because that woman wasn't covered. So, death card. Change the situation.
Rob phones up the insurance company. Look, how about we do a deal? I'll do the tarot reading, and based on that, we decide what the outcome of the insurance is.
Look, if the thing is that I cannot express this. I was sat here for 5 minutes shuffling these cards.
I know, absolutely. I'm genuinely baffled that you managed to come out with, joking aside of what we wanted the result to be, it to actually come out exactly as you wanted.
It was exactly what I've been wanting. Maybe I just read my own thoughts then, and it wasn't actually Karen. Maybe I just read mine because I wanted it so badly that the Empress come to me.
And
maybe it's between us.
Yeah. Sorry, say that again?
So is there going to be some fan fiction coming my way?
Oh, I'd love some rule. Was it rule 64? Is that what it's called?
Rule 43.
No, where anything.
If there's anything on the internet, there's porn.
It's 43, is it?
I think it's
what
43.
Rule have I just
There's
said?
a film called 43 as well.
Don't put whites in with colours. Is that the rule that I just said?
some weird rule of 34. Acquisition.
Rule 34. We don't know the rules of the internet.
I'm sure it's 43.
With the internet generation, we don't know our own rules.
I'm sure it's... Hang on, I can tell you. I'm going to get IMDb out because there's a film...
You were looking at Lower Deck stuff.
There is a film based on it, and Hugh Jackman has testicles on his throat.
Oh, nice.
Karen was just... Look, great mug, Karen.
Oh, yeah.
Look at
that. Had to be done.
Oh.
Hang on. Rule.
So part of the I could tell you guys because you haven't seen it yet. Was did I already say it that she had to buy a lottery ticket? Did I tell you that when I read
Movie
Kim,
43, so it is 43.
Oh, it is 43. Oh, what was I reading then? And all her cards came out basically that said, she needed to buy a lottery ticket.
Nice.
So I'm hoping if she's won, I'm going to become famous.
And we can tap her up for money.
Yeah. Well, she said she would like to read ours.
Well, no, absolutely. Let's get it organised one day.
Yeah, as we said before, I know we're laughing now, but I've genuinely been taking this very seriously.
No,
I've been really nervous.
I wanted you to, because as we said at the very beginning of this, people believe in a lot of things, and we aren't a political podcast, we aren't a religious podcast. So when it comes down to things that people genuinely believe in and have deep kind of trust in, we're not going to rip the piss out of it, because
no, absolutely
that wouldn't be fair on those listeners or those people. So no, I think it's really cool. So no, well done. And Karen, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, lovely. And we will get you on the podcast again at some point in the future.
Marvellous. I look forward to that. That'd be amazing.
Well, when that change comes, I'll do another reading.
Nice.
To find out the next step.
Good
Maybe
idea.
we should book a quarterly reading, Rob. Just
yeah, I think
be
so.
a podcast thing. You can just be my personal guidance counsellor.
Actually, I'll take the death card out of the pack too.
I think we should set up a Twitch stream and just have everyone that comes into the Twitch stream, you read them.
We could do that. Yeah, we can do that.
I've got multiple cameras, so we can have a camera looking at the cards, camera looking at you.
Yeah.
Set some mood lighting. Be very cool.
Barry White on the radio.
Oh dear, right. Okay, Karen, thank you so much.
Cheers,
and we'll get back to the main show now.
Thank you, guys. Love you big time.
Laters. Mwah.
That was a stupid amount of fun. I really enjoyed that. I genuinely didn't know what to expect. And honestly, ladies and gents, that wasn't rigged. Rob really did come in my house earlier. He didn't come in my house. He came into my house.
Not yet.
Look, you're on my sofa. I sleep there. Do not. No. It stays dry. He did literally just come into my house, sat down, and just started shuffling while I got everything else sorted.
I just left you to it while I shuffled.
Yeah, no, but I think that's kind of a testament to you were taking it seriously, because you said, and if I remember the lesson, 100 times, is it?
Kim said, because you were seeing the lesson, that the same card, the Empress, the running joke in with what I was just saying with Karen, came out, I think maybe in every reading.
She didn't come out in this time, though.
No, but not this time. And Kim did make the point of you should really, for that to be completely randomized, you need to have like 100 shuffles. And still now I haven't shuffled it 100 times, but
and to be fair,
wanted to make sure that I shuffled it.
And to be fair, remembering our days of playing poker in St Albans Town, shuffling is an art form.
Yeah,
I remember watching people shuffle, and they basically just took the decks and just went mashed them together. It's like, that's shuffled. It's like, that's not shuffled at all.
Well, I mean, deck of cards is easier because it was 50.
Well, yeah, that looks a significant.
There's 78 cards here.
Well,
and they're longer than a normal card too. So.
Oh, so yeah, so you couldn't have even put it in our card shuffler we bought to do the Uno cards with.
Yeah, so it's a lot. It's 56 cards in a normal poker deck, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's more cards, longer, and they're firmer. Well, at least these ones are not quite as easy to shuffle.
I thought that was really cool, dude. I think you did a smashing job on that, and I think that was a great addition to the Halloween episode. Yeah. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
Right. So we're going to go from something nice to something mean. And I know I added this to the last episode, and you heard me read this out after I found the letter and added it into the episode later. Sorry, Karen. I'm just going to read out what we're doing now. So we're going into the taste test. And apologies in advance for any feelings of, oh dear, I don't want to put this in my mouth, or internal jukebox issues as white flag on repeat. I hope the bars leave you less of a bad taste in your mouth than your ex-girlfriend. Okay, so basically Karen gave us a chocolate bar called Dido. I want to thank you. It's the best chocolate bar of my life. I was going to sing it, and I honestly suddenly realised, hang on, the lyrics are now gone. Everything's leaving me rapidly, so let's just eat Dido.
You're going to have like some PTSD trauma when you start eating this.
So I'm pretty sure, yes, Karen said that this came from the Turkish shop she found.
So we knew it was something.
Yeah, it looks like, on the picture anyway, it looks like a caramel Kit Kat Chunky.
I wonder how much wood floor polish is in this.
No, it's not come from Temu. But yeah, it does just look like a... I'm not wrong, am I?
Oh, it smells good.
It looks like a Kit Kat Chunky.
It looks like a Kit Kat Chunky, yeah.
It looks like a Kit Kat
Slightly
Chunky.
off colour.
Yes, but it's a mix of colours. So the bottom of it's
looks like a
milk
caramel
chocolate brown. The top of it's that typical kind of caramel caramat colour.
Yeah.
Who's going to put Dido in his mouth first?
Oh, it's 2 shades.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's chocolate brown on the bottom, caramak on top.
I am going to be the first to place Karen's Dido in.
Oh no! I've just given it a sniff. Give it a sniff first.
Yeah, no, it smells good.
It smells like a caramak bar. It smells like all the other gold products we've eaten so far. Rob has put Dido in his mouth. He's now munching down on Dido.
This is a fantastic piece of confectionery.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, it's glorious.
Okay, well, I'm going in for my bite now.
It's difficult to eat because, again, as with the other week, I once again have a mouthful of ulcers, so it's difficult to eat.
Okay. Stop. Hammer time.
So I wasn't prepared for that.
I'm sorry, that is a caramel Kit Kat Chunky. It did once exist. It was a bonus bar? No, a special edition. That's what I'm looking for. That is absolutely delicious.
Eat it upside down. It tastes totally different if you eat it the other way around.
Rubbish. How can Dido taste different if you eat her upside down?
You get a totally different taste at the beginning.
Oh my God, you do?
Yeah, the beginning's totally different.
You get the chocolatey start instead.
Yeah.
Oh, Karen.
There's 2 bars in one.
I don't like it. I like it the normal way up. I don't like it the other way up. It's not as nice. I like Dido on her back
Oh, fuck.
in my mouth.
Oh, no, I'm not involved in this.
There's a very creaminess to it.
I'm going to wave the white flag.
Oh, dear.
I mean, the whole thing, I like this.
I really like that. I'm going to save that before when I go to beddy buys.
I don't have a sore throat either.
No, you don't. Not that I would know that, except for you
Not
telling
even a
me.
tinge of one. Not even a tinge.
The way I just said that makes everyone think that I know your innermost pain and itchiness. I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry, I'm tired.
You've been listening into my phone conversations.
Oh, is that who you were on the phone to earlier?
Yeah.
Hello, doctor. The itch is back.
The itch is back. Wow, that is a really... Oof. I'm going to give this...
Oh, God, you've got to score it, don't we?
a 5-point Ann Summers.
I'm giving it a 5. I'm going to give it a 6-point Dido.
This is
That's
top
delicious.
tier. This is classified in my eyes as top tier chocolate. That is so good.
No, I absolutely agree with you on that.
Watch as I put the rubbish in my bag and not leaving it on your
Yeah, no,
sofa.
thank you very much. So, last episode on the taste test, you bought me some packing peanuts.
I did, yeah.
Kay loved them. She ate the entire bag on the way to school the next day.
Wow.
She just sat there and munched them.
They had no flavour.
What's weirder, she'd had them before.
What?
Yeah.
Where from?
I don't know.
From an Amazon delivery.
No, I don't know where she got them from, but she'd had them before, she loved them, she munched them down, and I now have to go back to One Stop and buy more.
I'll buy some more when I'm next there.
Well, actually, that's actually what she said. She said, could Rob buy me more, please?
Oh, I could have gone on the way, yeah. Didn't know, I would have got some.
Okay, no, we'll buy
Could
some more.
Rob buy
We're
some
not
more,
expecting
please?
Rob to buy you crap crisps at
Well,
this point.
It had a cool little dog picture on it, a little cartoon dog, didn't it? What was it called again? I don't remember what it's called.
I can't remember.
Domu or something, maybe?
I can't remember their name. All I can tell you is they were flavourless. They disappeared in your mouth. They must have had no calorie content.
Yeah, I'm not meaning to sound gross, but you didn't have to swallow anything.
No.
There was nothing to swallow. It
You
just
could have
vanished.
used
It just
it to
vanished.
package eBay
Yeah, it just vanished.
items.
In
Yeah.
your mouth, vanishes. Where's it gone?
Well, talking about putting things in your mouth, I've just poured us some drink that we were going to do last episode and we ran out of time for, and that is Tango Dark Berry Sugar Free.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants the shits in the morning?
Yeah, that's the downside to it. But out of all of the drinks so far, this one, I feel like this one will be the nicest.
Right, no, hang on.
I didn't read the thing.
You didn't read the label.
No, absolutely.
And I'm glad you didn't. What do you expect to be in dark berry?
In dark berry?
Yeah, not matte
black
berry.
grapes.
Dark
black grapes.
berry. Okay, so
Black grapes, blackberries, raspberries.
carbonated sugar-free apple
Mm-hmm.
and blackcurrant soft drink with raspberry and blackberry flavour with sweeteners, no artificial colours or flavours. Where the hell? Why would there be apple in this? It's called dark berry.
It's just one of those, like probably just to add more liquid.
Oh, trust me, an apple has never gone near this.
Yeah, probably not.
A little pipette marked as apple might have gone near this,
Yeah.
but an apple itself has never gone near this,
At
I
the
assure you.
Flavouring 6493 labelled apple. Thank you.
May cause mutations if
Looks
inhaled.
like red wine, doesn't it? Oh, it just smells like Ribena.
Does it? Hang on a moment, let's have a sniff. Whatever Ribena Rob has drunk, it's not been good Ribena. That does not smell of Ribena.
It smells like Ribena to me.
I miss when Ribena had sugar, though. As soon as they started pissing around with the recipe on that, it went downhill. He's had his first taste. What are your thoughts?
It tastes like squash that hasn't got enough water in it. Do you know what I mean?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it tastes like.
Ooh, there's a tang to it.
Yeah, it is. It leaves like it needs to be diluted more.
It does, but it's not unpleasant. And interestingly,
I'd buy this.
that tang hangs around, and I think that's kind of blocking that sweetener flavour you get from sugar-free crap, basically.
I like this.
Yeah, that's really quite pleasant.
Yeah, it'll darken your teeth. I'm going to give this. It's is it a high 4 or a low 5? I'm going to give it a 5-point dentist appointment.
Okay.
No, hygienist. A 5-point hygienist, because you need to be whitened after you've got this on your teeth.
Fair enough. I think I'm going to go with a 5. It is a 5. I think you're right.
Yeah.
You're going to have to excuse the coughing because it's still here. I think I'm going to have to go with a 5-point tangy special.
Tangy special.
That has a definite tang to it. It's a nice tang. It's not one of these horrible kind of saccharine flavours. It is fruity. It genuinely tastes as you'd expect it to.
It is Tango that had the advert where the big fat dude come out and slap you.
You've been tangoed.
Yeah, he would come out in a minute and slap me with a big blackberry.
Oh well, we've talked about it before, but my tango advert favourite's still the fat pigeon.
A fat pigeon.
He's velcroed to the roof, and it's the pigeon. It's just wonderful.
Pigeons seem to be following me around at the moment.
Oh no!
Everything I'm listening to, someone's mentioning pigeons.
Killer Rabbit podcast today.
Yeah.
Listened to Ken Lee.
Ken Lee, that was hilarious. Oh, that's so
dear.
funny. That
but
was
yeah,
really good.
India using them as messaging pigeons again.
And I think they mentioned it in Cheap Show, something about a pigeon.
I think you're right. I think they did.
And I've got the pigeon living in my front garden. I've
Yeah.
got that fucking twat prison pigeons around. My life just seems to be revolving around pigeons at the moment, and I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe that's my spirit.
I just don't
Maybe
know
my
any-
spirit isn't the Emperor's. Maybe it's a pigeon.
Oh God! Can you imagine? You finally find in your deck of 78 cards, there's a pigeon
The
card.
pigeon, yeah.
Is there a pigeon tarot card set? They're all of them. The magician's a pigeon.
I'll bet
Death's a
there'll be
pigeon.
something on Etsy. I'll find
There's
it.
got to be.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to look at that.
We're an AI generated one. We'll make our own one. make AI make us a tarot deck, but it's all pigeon themed.
Nice.
I'll have that, please.
Okay.
Shiny.
Ooh, shiny.
Anyway, I've got an item I want you to try and remember here.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's go into Do You Remember then, shall we? And we'll come on to the final spooky stories at the end.
Cool.
Do you remember? Do you remember the shit that I bought? Remember? Did you give it a thought? Remember? It's probably tat, that's all. Woo! So it is that time for your favourite game of any podcast, and that's Do You Remember, where Rob and I produce something for us to remember. And if we haven't thought about it in the past year, there's a point for us. If we have thought about it in the past year, nil bois. And I believe I'm winning 8-7.
You are winning, yeah.
What did I win with it last week? I know I was super disappointed 2 episodes ago with you not knowing what Space Precinct was, but then I won a point last week and I genuinely can't remember what it was. And I'm trying to look around to see if I can spot it.
I was doing the same. I'm glossing around. I don't remember.
Oh, well.
I don't remember.
Listeners, you'll know what it was, but yeah.
This is why we need the call sheet.
I'm so behind today. So
you've had a busy
been in
day.
London. It's been a really busy couple of days of work. So this has kind of just been thrown together all at the last
Didn't I bring
minute.
the alien balls? Was that last time?
No, that was 2 episodes ago.
Oh, fuck's sake.
That was Space Precinct.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
No, I brought the little fishy things. What are they fucking called? The sea monkeys.
Oh, yes, you bought sea monkeys. But what did I bring?
Doesn't help with what you
It
brought.
doesn't help with what I bought and won with. No, it doesn't at all. I'm really bummed out that I can't remember either. As it must have been epic.
Yeah, it must have been really good.
It must have been so
We were
good.
really thrilled and entertained by it.
Anyway, you can go first.
I'm going to go first. This wasn't part of one I'd planned. I have another one at home, but I thought I need a Halloween one.
Oh.
And then was going through stories to read yesterday with T, and he picked up this one.
Funny Bones. I'm so sorry.
Oh, get fucked.
I was in Costco on Sunday and they've got one of those giant zip bags. You know those plastic zip bags that kids' books come in?
And they had a Funny Bones
The
book.
entire Funny Bones series. Like there's 20 books in it, all little books. And it was the entire series of Funny Bones.
Stop it, TJ. Stop going out.
But it's the TV show was the best one with
TV
the
show,
beginning.
1991.
Nice knowledge. But it was. Can you remember the intro? I can't. It was something like in a dark town.
I'll go read it to you.
Oh, is that in the book? Oh,
Yep.
right.
This
Okay,
is
boys
how.
and girls.
Should you sit down?
I'm sat down on the mat, sir. I've crossed my legs.
I'm sitting down, sir. This is how the story begins. On a dark, dark hill, there was a dark, dark town. In the dark, dark town, there was a dark, dark street. In the dark, dark street, there was a dark, dark house. In the dark, dark house, there was a dark, dark staircase. Down the dark, dark staircase, there was a dark, dark cellar. And in the dark, dark cellar,
Was
some
bondage.
some skeletons. Was a sex swing. Was a dark, and on the dark, dark sex swing was a dark, dark stain. Some skeletons lived, TJ. You ruined it. There was a big skeleton, a little skeleton, and a dog skeleton. I could read the whole story if you like. They get to a zoo and all kinds of things.
Genuinely, that's so nostalgic. I love every bit of that. And I just realised it doesn't feature in the Nostalgic Kids Knockout. I don't think it's been added.
I didn't think it did either, which is why I thought I could get a point with this.
I'm sorry Costco ruined it for you. I had tea for the day, Sunday. So we went to Costco, then we went to the free zoo, and then we came home and he had his nap and his lunch.
Which free zoo did you go to?
Pets at Home in St Albans.
The St Albans one. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. They've got
It's
a lot in there.
Quite a good one.
Yeah, lots of rabbits.
Yeah, and lots of good guinea pigs as well. They're quite good ones in there. They don't run away. They all come up and look at you.
Yeah, they're quite friendly, that one.
It's good free zoo.
Yeah.
Look up Flight of the Conchords if you've got don't know what we're talking about. Flight of the Conchords will explain what the free zoo is. I take it that's where you got it from.
I got it from you.
Oh, okay. I got it from Flight of the Conchords. He takes a woman on a date and he's like, where have you been? Oh, just at a free zoo.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because that's how we do it.
It is. It's a nice little trip out. And then we go to the range. And if it's all of us, so me, Jem, Kay, Auntie, then we go to the range, and it's quite good at the moment. As much as I hate that they've got all the Christmas stuff out, it's quite nice because they get to look at the Christmas lights, and T's like, oh, it's amazing.
You know what? I've got
that's 10 minutes.
A bone to pick with that one and the one in Hemel.
Oh, yeah.
They had all that Halloween stuff out, and they had these really good inflatable ones that were like archways. And we were calling it, T and I would call it the Scary Tunnel. And he loved going through the Scary Tunnel. They've taken it all down.
Yeah.
They haven't even had Halloween yet.
I know. We've got firework night to come. We've got Halloween to come. But no, Christmas takes precedence at all of these places. It never used to be like that. I know I've hit that age now where I say, when I was young. But it was not like that when we were growing up. Christmas would appear maybe the second week of November. Mm-hmm. At the earliest.
It was always at minimum after Halloween.
And I think the thing that really pisses me off is not even getting up to Christmas Day. The week before Christmas, everything that you've already spent your hard-earned money on is already in Boxing Day sales all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Which I think is just disgusting. I mean, again, back in my day, I remember working at Woolworths, and we would work Christmas Eve. It was a busy fucking day, but doors would close at 6, and then everyone stayed and stripped the store and put up all the New Year sale stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when the sale stuff would come in, and it was different stock. It wasn't the stuff we'd just been selling at full price. Yeah. But there's just no respect anymore, and all the high streets moaning, saying, oh, people don't buy anything from us anymore. Do you wonder why?
Yeah.
Our Christmas sales are down. Well, maybe don't start them in October.
Yeah, exactly.
Start them in the end of November, and guess what? People will start buying Christmas things again. It's I could rant too much.
I nearly started a rant about club cards, but let's move on.
Well, especially as it's Do You Remember, and I need to bring my item. Now, my item's a printout. I could have bought one of these, and we could have actually drunk one, because for $39.99 I could have bought one from the 90s that's still sealed. I don't want to do a Stuart Ashens because I genuinely am amazed that man is still alive.
I haven't got the stomach
all the things that he drinks and eats. But do you remember Virgin Cola, the Pammy?
Oh my God.
It was the Pamela Anderson shaped Virgin Cola bottle. And you know what? I liked Virgin Cola.
I enjoyed Virgin Cola.
It was a nice cola. It was a nice alternative to Coke. It was better than Pepsi, in my opinion. Not as good as classic Coke, obviously, but it was a nice alternative. And what I loved, that Pammy bottle, the one that I'm showing you is plastic. They also had glass ones, and I used to buy the glass bottle all the time. Loved it. But that is my Do You Remember? The Pammy. Oh, he's so grumpy because I get a point. Ooh,
9-7.
Oh, yeah. 9-7. Not that we've actually got an end point and it actually matters. This is like the world's worst football match where it never ends. It's injury time plus another 30 minutes plus another 30 years on top.
There was a nuts football match the other day in the Women's League.
Care.
Literally every player got a yellow card.
Care.
The referee was just going around, just going yellow, dissent, dissent, yellow. 2 players got set. One person got
set. Had they seen me playing FIFA 95 on Mega Drive?
Where everyone getting hacked.
Yeah, me just running around not knowing how to play, so just mashing all 3 buttons and making the player shove, and then, oh no, the ref's coming for me, so we're going to waste 10 minutes while the ref chased me around the pitch.
You should have played red card football.
I did. That was a
great one. Yeah.
Brilliant. Original PlayStation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it original or was it PS2?
No, it was original PlayStation, I thought.
You know what? I'm not entirely sure. I
really enjoyed that one.
I did.
It's violent.
That's why I'm not a fan of sports games, but that's why I liked NHL Blitz.
Yes.
Wonderful game.
Just having fights.
Yeah. I'm just looking up red card football now.
Speaking of other football games, I don't play them anymore, but I really enjoyed one called Libra Grande, and that was you just played as one person on the team. So you were a team, but you only had full control over one of the players. So you'd be watching them. You could kind of slightly manipulate, I think you could like press the pass button and maybe they would pass or maybe not, but you couldn't really do much other than run your one player around. It wasn't like top down, seeing the whole thing and moving everyone, doing all of it. It's like you had one guy And that was quite a neat idea.
Oh, okay. Well, that's very cool, actually. I like that. Red Card, otherwise known as Red Card 2003 everywhere but Europe. Europe, it was just called Red Card.
Yep.
2002. So it was PlayStation 2, GameCube, and Xbox. I didn't know it came out on those other two.
Really?
I thought it was a PlayStation.
I'm going to have to find it then and get it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm just showing Rob the artwork. I
Yeah,
remember
there
the
it
artwork
is. Yeah,
for it now.
guy grabbing the guy's cock.
But yeah, that was a bloody brilliant game.
Yeah, it was a good one.
So sorry, was that 9-7 then? Was it?
It might be 9-7. Yeah.
Oh, I'm a shit winner, and I don't care.
Yeah, you're a bear. You can get bad winners.
It's Halloween. We haven't been very spooky. We've done tarot, we've done Do You Remember, we've put Dido in our mouths, which some people might say is horrific. So let's see if we can make this a little creepier, shall we? Mm-hmm. So Alexa, change the lights to red. And
did the pen tell you to do that?
To be honest, now it just looks like a brothel. So hang on. Alexa, set lights 100. That's a little bit better. Now it actually looks like it's a red room in here. I've got my iPad here.
Tiptoe through the windows.
And Rob doesn't know what we're doing here because we were trying to decide what to do. Were we going to do a silly children's game on a piece of paper? Was Rob just going to look up 2 Halloween stories and we just decide which was stupidest or worst? Then I remembered ChatGPT exists on my iPad.
Okay.
So what I think we need to do is... Rob, you need to give me 2 names, please.
Well, obviously, I'm going to go for Karen and...
Oh, God, right. Okay, so Karen and... Adam. Okay. What's the location? Any location you want.
Any that I want?
Yeah, you choose this is your story. You're giving me what's happening.
A wedding reception.
They are at a wedding reception. Give me a protagonist, so a bad person.
A bad person. What? Just a person that's...
Well, it could be a person, it could be an item, it could be anything your imagination lets you have.
I want the bad thing to be the bouquet.
The protagonist is the bouquet. So we have names, we have a location, we have the protagonist. What else does the story need?
Zombies. Okay.
Make sure you include zombies. Send. Okay, so
make sure it's Halloween.
Straight away, ChatGPT firing in here, wonderfully into it. And it's given us a story already.
Wicked, fantastic.
So I'm going to read it to you, and then I'm going to hand it over to you, and you can have a go based on whatever I tell you. In the dimly lit... For God's sake. You know what? You read it.
Okay, right. Oh, it's quite... Oh, it's a heavy iPad.
Oh, it's because it's got a keyboard. Sorry, I should have said.
Okay, in the background to this, I want there to be like scary woodland music, like a...
I think I might leave this episode up to you to edit.
Loads of weird stuff. Right, okay. In the dimly lit ballroom... I thought they said bathroom for a moment. That's not what I asked for. In the dimly lit ballroom, Karen and Adam stood amidst a sea of elegantly dressed wedding guests, their eyes locked in a deep, passionate gaze. This isn't a naughty one, is it? Unbeknownst to them, a sinister presence lurked in the shadows, and it wasn't just the bouquet they had caught at the reception. As the bouquet rested in Karen's trembling hands, a dark, otherworldly force overcame it. Unnatural vines and thorns began to sprout from its delicate petals, and an eerie, whispered incantation filled the air. The room grew colder, and the guests fell silent. the bouquet, now a grotesque, writhing entity, levitated above Karen, its tendrils slowly reaching out towards the guests. The shadow shifted and contorted, revealing an army of decayed, reanimated corpses that lurched into the ballroom. There were no ordinary zombies. They bore an uncanny resemblance to the long-lost ancestors of the bride and groom. That's fucking ridiculous.
What?
That's come out of nowhere, hasn't it?
I love it.
With hollow eyes, the wedding guests realised they were trapped in a nightmare. Adam and Karen were surrounded, and the bouquet, now the heart of the eldritch horror, exhaled a foul, inhuman scent that paralysed all who inhaled it. That's a few too many sprouts. The ghastly guests advanced, their skeletal hands outstretched, as Adam and Karen fought to escape the suffocating nightmare. They clung to each other, whispering desperate words of love, determined to overcome this malevolent cosmic force. In a final, defiant act, they tore the bouquet into pieces, shattering the eldritch spell. The zombies crumbled into dust and the shadows dispersed. But the memory of that Lovecraftian horror would forever haunt Karen and Adam, reminding them of the fragility of love in a world where the boundaries between reality and the abyss can blur with a single toss of a bouquet.
That was shit.
That wasn't bad.
I quite enjoyed it, actually. You know what? That is what ChatGPT is good for.
I always loved it when we would send these to each other and we would write Lovecraftian before. They are the best ones.
That's what I wrote at the top of that one.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're ready.
Can I? Okay, so
I wouldn't use the pencil. I'd just use your finger.
That's what she said. I don't know where did I get it from in there? Right.
So Rob is now gonna. I didn't particularly tell Rob everything I typed into ChatGPT there, so he's now getting the chance to write down whatever he wants, and or whatever I give him, but he will add his own words to it as well. What are you doing?
Hang on.
He seems to be doing something. There's lots of frantic typing going on.
Okay. Right. I'm prefacing this with a lot of stuff.
Oh no.
Helps if I could spell that word correctly. Okay. 2 people again.
Samuel L. Jackson. Because of course.
Samuel L. Jackson. Yep.
And Woody from Toy Story.
Woody.
Because I'm already feeling that would be a terrifying pairing up.
Got to put that in capitals so it knows that it's that.
Okay.
And where are they?
In a Nissan Micra. I want to see how batshit crazy we can go with this.
Okay. Micra. M-I-C-R-A, Micra.
That's the one, capital M, so it knows it's a name.
Yeah, it keeps changing it to micro every time I press anything.
Yeah, if you look at the autocomplete and then click micro again.
I'm sorry, but I can't create a story that includes specific real-life individuals and fictional characters in a gory or painful context.
You didn't even ask who the protagonist was. Cheeky bastard.
Just letting it go. Okay, it's not letting me, because of the wording I've used, we're not allowed to use real people.
Right, okay, so just copy and paste it and change it to Bob and Dave.
Woody's fine. It's just Samuel L. Jackson we can't use.
Oh, okay. In that case, Rob and Woody.
I'm not real, so I can definitely go in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to give you a protagonist, I'm just going to let it roll with it.
Okay.
Oh, what?
It doesn't like Woody, does it? Because you put Woody from Toy Story.
It doesn't like one of the words I put in. I have to get rid of.
Oh, come on,
one
Rob.
of the fucking words. Sorry, everybody. This as soon as I've been given the...
Yeah, I managed it first time, but look at that. Look at what you do. What am I going to do with you, Rob?
Because I'm trying to just say what I'm just going to mumble it out. Right.
Mana mana. Boop, boo, doo, doo, doo.
Oh, for God's sake. Right, let me tell you what I'm writing, okay? Tell me a terrifying Lovecraftian horror story filled with gore and pain.
Well, that's why you can't do gore and pain.
Yeah,
You've got
I
to
didn't
remove
know
that.
that.
Well, it did. It literally said, I cannot do a
But I
real
thought it was
life
being
story based on
specific.
gore and pain. So we
I thought it was specifically gore and pain, not either or. I could have done either or.
No, it. Oh, dear.
Okay, right. Because you've got to have the Lovecraftian bit, because that's the best bit about it. Tell me a terrifying Lovecraftian horror story.
So you could probably have Samuel L. Jackson back in there then.
Yeah. About... Cut this.
And this is why our episodes are 2 hours long, boys and girls.
Because I can't type, and this is so heavy, I'm getting cramp in my hand.
See, I could be nice until you just clip the keyboard on and use the full-size keyboard.
Right, it's done it. Thank God for that.
Oh, finally. Right, am I reading this one?
Well, if you think you're not going to cough all the way
Let me
through
just
it,
have a big
absolutely.
gulp of water then. I'll try my best.
God, I get a cramp out my hand now.
Okay. In the eerie hours of a moonless night, Samuel L. Jackson, renowned actor, found himself on a desolate, winding road, the haunting sounds of his past echoing in his mind. He had no idea how he ended up behind the wheel of a Nissan Micra. Woody from Toy Story by his side, but he knew one thing. They were trapped in a story only H.P. Lovecraft could have imagined.
Oh, God.
The car's headlights pierced through the inky darkness, revealing a twisted, surreal landscape. The trees had taken on a grotesque form, with gnarled branches that reached out like skeletal hands, and the shadows danced to an unsettling, eldritch rhythm. It loves using the word eldritch, doesn't it?
And inky, whenever it does talk about blackness, it does say inky blackness. It's a favourite thing it uses.
As they drove further into the abyss, Samuel felt a growing dread, the whisper of cosmic horrors looming. Woody, who had always been a cheerful companion, had transformed into a wooden totem of fear. His stitched smile contorted into a grimace of anguish. This is hot, Woody.
Yeah, Woody, no.
Their journey led them to a decaying, forgotten town, its inhabitants shrouded in unspeakable terror. The townsfolk moved with an eerie, unnatural grace, their eyes vacant, their limbs bending in unthinkable ways. It was as if reality itself had unravelled, and they were trapped in a Lovecraftian nightmare. Samuel and Woody tried to flee, but the Micra's engines spluttered and died. Panic consumed them as the townspeople closed in, their skin warping and shifting like molten wax. In the distance, a colossal, tentacled entity loomed, its shadow blotting out the stars. The cosmic horror descended upon them, and as Samuel and Woody screamed in abject terror, the entity's tendrils coiled around them, pulling them into its writhing mass. Their screams were lost in the void, their existence subsumed by the ancient malevolent force. And so, in the heart of Lovecraftian darkness, that's like the third time it said Lovecraftian now, Samuel L. Jackson and Woody from Toy Story became mere whispers in the cryptic annals of a cosmic horror story, a chilling testament to the fragility of human existence in the face of the unknowable.
Dun dun dun.
That wasn't too bad. That was quite good. I know it kept on. Yeah, it was quite long, but it kept on going on about bloody Lovecraftian.
You can see how people would use these as starting points to an actual.
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
Would write. I can't see. Maybe people would do this, wouldn't they? They would go on ChatGPT, make a story, and then just publish it and get money for it, wouldn't they? And you'd get people claiming that they wrote it, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
did this. There's going to be a way at some point where they'll be able to discover whether it was an AI generated thing or not. Maybe because I'm sure that these are getting stored.
Oh, they must be somewhere.
And they'll come back and they'll get to a point where people are able to search everyone's data. Like the company could probably search every single thing ever asked to it and match that up against.
Well, they claim it's for training of the AI, don't they? So, right, you know
They've
what?
got Control F on that, mate.
Give me 2 characters.
Fictional characters.
Anyone you want. No, real, fictional, you name it. I will add it.
So as soon as you... thing that you've got to actually imaginally come up with when you can never think of anybody that you want to say.
Or it could just be one person.
Bill and Ted.
Oh, okay. The characters are Bill and Ted. Oh.
The Bill and Ted we know. Not just random Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Bill and Ted.
I doubt this is going to work, so I might have to retype this. And give me a location. Where is this happening?
Where is this happening? It's happening in the Green Hill Zone.
The Green Hill Zone of Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's because you got that poster literally directly behind you.
Okay, I'm sorry, but oh, damn it. That's my fault, and I know it's my fault. I shouldn't have put the word sex in there.
Do you remember we spent an evening when we were meant to be recording and all we did was write porn on ChatGPT?
We've got to find those. They were wonderful.
We did not have a very productive recording session that day.
So, what I've asked is write me a Stephen King style short story this
cool.
time.
Yeah, that's much better.
I'm not going to tell you anything else, but I'm going to let you read what else.
This is the heaviest iPad I've ever held. Oof. Right. I've got to actually hold it up because I'm going to make sure I don't want to get Eli'd. Right. In the quiet, picturesque Green Hill Zone, Bill and Ted, two ordinary friends, stumbled upon an extraordinary sight. It was a clear, sunny day, and they had been on a nostalgic journey through video game worlds when they arrived at this iconic location from Sonic the Hedgehog.
So I like the fact that I think it's actually picked up Bill and Ted as in the film Bill and Ted.
Yeah, maybe. As they marvelled at the lush, vibrant landscape, there's a trigger word there, lush, people don't like that, vibrant landscape and the familiar loop-de-loops, their sense of adventure turned to unease. Echoes of a distant, haunting whistle filled the air, and the ground began to tremble. They exchanged worried glances. I haven't read your preface to this. Oh, there it is. From the horizon emerged Thomas the Tank Engine. But this was no ordinary Thomas. His cheerful face had warped into a menacing grin, and his headlights burned with malevolent intent. The once beloved locomotive now bore the scars of a deranged machine.
Choo choo.
Isn't there a game? Isn't there on Steam?
There's a lot. There's a lot to unpack about Thomas.
Bill and Ted could hardly believe their eyes as Thomas hurtled toward them, the train's wheels shrieking on the rails, sending sparks flying. Sonic's Green Hill Zone had transformed into a nightmarish, pulsating maze, and the loop-de-loops had become grotesque, ever-tightening spirals. Panicked, Bill and Ted sprinted through the vibrant, now twisted landscape, pursued relentlessly by Thomas, who had become an unstoppable, nightmarish force. The foliage, once friendly, now threatened to ensnare them, its vines animated by an unholy energy. Desperation led them to an ancient overgrown temple as they stepped inside. There's just an ancient overgrown temple just hanging around.
Oh, it's Green Hill Zone. It is all overgrown temple.
Yeah. The world outside seemed to warp and shift, tearing at the very fabric of reality. They were trapped in a dark, Lovecraftian realm.
Oh, God damn it, ChatGPT.
Their only companion, the sound of the relentless, deranged engine approaching. As the echoes of Thomas's whistle grew louder, Bill and Ted realised that there was no escape. In the heart of the Green Hill Zone, they became characters in a Stephen King-style nightmare, pursued by a once-beloved children's icon turned into a nightmare, twisted, mechanical horror. That fucked itself up.
It went properly wrong at the end, didn't it? Try if there's an option to clear the history, and then do you want to do one more?
Yeah, history.
Just don't look at my browsing history.
Yeah, change date format.
Oh no! Don't change the date format.
No, it's in your history of searching.
It's not right to be month, day, year.
I don't know how you clear the history.
Oh, it's fine. Just do another one then. See if we can evolve from Lovecraftian. I know that's your favourite, but see what else you can get it to do.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm sat here waiting for the input that's required.
Okay,
What
give
will it
me
be?
one person.
One person?
Yeah.
I will give you King Charles.
Oh dear. Right, okay.
It's the fact you went, oh dear, straight away.
It's going to be interesting. Oh, no, it might not let me because it's a real person.
Yeah, but you're not using the word gore and pain, remember?
Aren't I?
Oh, God. You know it's not going to work if you do that.
Okay. Is he King Charles the
Oh,
second?
it doesn't matter. Just do King Charles. It's fine. I doubt it even knows he's king at this point. I've forgotten when the data cuts off.
Okay, they've gone on a trip. Where have they gone?
They have gone to Skegness.
Yes.
Because why wouldn't he?
Do you want to read this? Would you like me to read it?
I'll read it. In the small coastal town of Skegness, a sense of tranquility masked the darkness that lurked beneath its sunny facade. Facade?
Facade.
Facade. Its sunny facade. That'll do.
Yeah.
King Charles, known for their regal composure, decided to take an unassuming trip to this seemingly idyllic seaside destination, accompanied by a small entourage. He's also known for his sausage fingers. That's not actually in the story.
Okay, right, okay.
As
You
the
could've got
royal
away with
group
that.
arrived, they were greeted by cheerful locals who, unbeknownst to them, hid the town's sinister secrets. The town had been plagued by a series of unexplained disappearances over the years, and the grim legend of a malevolent entity said to roam the beach at night weighed heavily on the community. On the first night of their visit, as King Charles and their entourage strolled along the desolate beach, the moonlight cast eerie shadows across the sand. The rhythmic crashing of waves served as a haunting soundtrack to their leisurely walk. Then, a blood-curdling scream pierced the night. It was one of King Charles's attendants. They pointed to a shadowy figure at the water's edge, but it was no ordinary apparition. It was grotesque, spectral being, half buried in the sand, its form distorted and twisted. It was Camilla. In their efforts to escape, they realised they were not alone. The townsfolk had gathered, their faces contorted with fear, their whispers barely audible over the howling wind. They spoke of an ancient curse, a vengeful spirit of a wronged sailor,
If it says Lovecraft,
bound
I'm
to the
gonna get
beach
annoyed.
and seeking retribution. Desperate to survive, King Charles and their entourage were drawn deeper into the town's web of secrets. Every step brought them closer to the truth, but also to the relentless pursuit of the malevolent entity that haunted the shores of Skegness. It makes it a little bit more terrifying that it's actually a named area.
Yeah.
As the suspense and terror escalated, King Charles and their companions became entangled in a race against time, struggling to unravel the town's mysteries while avoiding a gruesome fate at the hands of a supernatural force. The idyllic facade, for fuck's sake, the idyllic facade of Skegness had transformed into a chilling backdrop for a Scream-style thriller that would haunt them forever.
See how it's not like a Scream-style thriller at all? That's not a Scream.
It's basically done a really good story, and then again, by the way, to end the story, imagine Scream and put King Charles in it.
Yeah, essentially, it's just writing
shit
what
the
I
bed.
wrote as it.
It has shit the bed, officially. I wonder if you do a new chat. Oh, there you go. You just need to do new chat, and that
okay.
clears it. But they weren't too bad. They could have been worse.
The first ones were the best ones because it wasn't fucking itself over in its own juices.
Well, yeah, that's true. I'm a bit disappointed it won't do adult-themed stories anymore. I'm sure it used to.
We had some pretty horrible things to get. We got it saying some pretty rough things.
It really did say some horrible things. Yeah, and it's just. I'm sure it won't do. I'm sure it will fail this. Yeah. Write me an adult story about Thomas the Tank and Samuel L. Jackson. I'm sorry, but I can't assist with that request.
Oh, we definitely would have asked it stuff like that.
Yeah, it's. I'm disappointed they've ruined it. However, we'll come back to it in the future. there is something called Freedom GPT that you install locally on your machine, and it has no bars.
Oh, so we can...
The results are crap. If you ask it, like, who are we? Apparently, if you ask it once, it says they're a dance troupe in America. You ask it again, and then we're some random thing in Germany. It gets the wrong data, but I reckon you can ask it to do terrible things. Like I was asking it to, based on Killer Rabbit Bloody Podcast, can you create me a drink that tastes like bleach? And it did its best to.
Oh, and it created something
it gave me a recipe that would have tasted like bleach.
It could have just said pour bleach into a glass, because
I'm
that
very
would taste
surprised
like
it didn't. But I'll install that again, and we'll use that in the future to do some stories, because I think that could be a little bit more fun, because I think it won't limit itself on.
Well, this wasn't meant to be fun. This was meant to be spooky.
Oh yeah, sorry, King Charles, scary.
Yeah.
Ooh, sausage fingers. Happy birthday to Rob. He is a big knob. Yeah, it is your... Well, it will have been your birthday by this episode. And you bought me some wonderful birthday presents. When it was my birthday, I know you did the quiz, but I'm just giving you presents.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought long and hard about some of this stuff. And I hope you like it. So we're going to do a little gift exchange now. And you can tell the boys and girls what I bought you.
Okay.
And it is just nice. It's not scary. I guess... The scary part of this, in this spooky Halloween special,
is that on 21?
The ravaging of time is killing you, and death draws ever closer.
I was speaking to a client on the phone today, and they're asking me about the build and about tea and stuff, and I was like, I said to him, like, I went a little bit grey when T was born, and I've got a lot more grey since. It happened very quickly. The grey comes quick.
It did.
Yeah.
I also used this, by the way, as an excuse to buy some things. And as terrible a film as they are, I have bought myself the entire Police Academy set because it was $4.99. On Blu-ray, all 7 films. I realised I've seen films 1, 2, and maybe 6. 5 even. I've never seen Back in Training. I've never seen Citizens on Patrol. I've never seen City Under Siege. And I've definitely not seen Mission to Moscow.
I think I've definitely seen Back in Training. Is that 3, Back in Training?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I've seen 3.
They're terrible films, but I've got a bit of a love for them because, you know what? They were fun and they were stupid.
It's in the same level as Hot Shots and those kind of... That era of stupid comedy.
Yes.
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. Just the Naked Gun films, full stop, just... Every time.
What was the series he did where he was the detective?
That was what the Naked Gun was on. Was it the Police Files? No, it wasn't the Police Files. I'll tell you. Hang on a moment. It was the Naked Gun was based on that show. And it's going to really, really annoy me. Police Squad. That was it. Files from Police Squad.
That's it.
Right. There's 4 items.
Cool.
One
for nearly every decade of your life.
Nearly one for every decade that you've been alive, shall we say. Okay, right. Your DVD collection, has it all become Blu-ray yet, or are you still in the midst of transferring it from DVD to Blu-ray?
It's transferring. We're not all Blu-rays.
Okay, so this one I'm afraid you may already have, and if you have, I've already said I won't be offended. I won't be keeping it. I will donate it somewhere, maybe to a podcast listener. But you can close your eyes, and I'm going to throw it onto your lap.
Don't throw it onto my... Ow!
It is Tell the boys and girls what it is.
I don't have this on Blu-ray. I got so excited. My dad does. My dad's got some. I mean, it's twins.
I have got him the world's shittest film on Blu-ray.
Yes. This is brilliant. We're watching this. It's Halloween. Let's put this on. Where's your Blu-ray player?
It's
Your
Xbox. Xbox or PS5.
Ooh, the PS5's probably got Dolby Vision. Does Xbox have that?
Has
this got Dolby Vision?
We certainly aren't watching this. We can watch it another day. But there you go. Present number one.
Oh wait, no, we'll do a watch along.
And it's not in Italian.
It's not Italian.
Going back to that point where we discussed that some of our favourite films we've got on Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, because I've got the Polish version of
Polish John Wick, and I've got Italian Mars Attacks.
Oh, this is on their mother can. Oh, only their mother can tell them apart. Yeah, right.
Right. So that's the first present.
He's got long legs.
There are three more.
Oh, well, you're gonna work hard to top this.
I think I probably won't. I know what you're like. Okay, that's probably your top present, but it's fine. I don't mind. 1, 2, or 3.
3.
3. Right.
You were expecting me to say 3.
No. This one's quite big and heavy, and I will say now, this is not a good time of year for this. As it turns out, it's been unnaturally and unseasonably warm. But I'm telling you, as soon as this gets cold, the outside gets cold, sorry, you will appreciate this. I got one 2 years ago, and I do not at all regret owning it.
What is it?
It is one of those hoodie blankets. It's like a giant fleece blanket that you pull over.
It feels
it's
nice.
got pockets. It's got fleece lining.
Yeah.
You pull it over your head and you basically pull yourself up into it on the sofa and you just become a little wigwam of you.
Yeah, no, I like that.
You know, I'll tell you what you'd look like. There's an anime character all dressed in black with a white mask on.
No Face.
Is that what it is?
The No Face from Spirited Away.
You'd look like No Face, basically, but with a face.
Wicked. Oh, nice one. Thank you.
They are unbelievably cosy. I love it. So come the winter, this office gets really cold. So I'll sit in it at work. I'll bring my legs up onto my chair. I put it on, and I just get really hot in it.
I expect my wife to be in this.
She will possibly steal it. I'm not going to lie.
Awesome. No, yeah, I'm happy with that.
As I say, it's just been so unseasonably hot. I've been really annoyed because it's meant to be cold now. This was meant to be useful. It now isn't until another month.
And I'm still in my shorts. I'm still in my shorts at work.
I think
you must have been hot today. I
was in a suit jacket as well. Thursday, it's back down to 13.
Oh, okay.
It's literally a snap like that. And it's back to cold. Okay, 1 or 2.
1.
Okay, there we go. Sorry they're not wrapped, by the way, but
need to wrap stuff.
This has
got
really
a best
lazy.
before date.
It has got a best before date
of March next year.
These I might order for myself because genuinely it looked really, really cool. He's opening up the box.
So it's a big box, but a purple box that says Simply Sweets.
It does say Simply Sweets on there. Well done.
It's got stupid stickery, those circle stickers. Tape circles or whatever you call them. I don't know. Right, I'm opening it.
Would you like my flick knife?
No, I've done it now.
Oh, he's done it. He's done it.
Give me a knife. The police will come after me. Oh, nice. It's like old school candy.
An entire box of retro sweeties. There's rainbow drops, there's dip daps, there's fizz whiz, there's there's flumps, blackjacks, fruit salads, Star Mix, you name it.
Sport ball gum. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, there is some stuff in there that I didn't know you could even get anymore.
This is like the best smelling box ever.
Oh,
bubbly
I love
bubble that
gum.
stuff.
I have not seen that for sale anywhere in years.
Oh my god, I'm going to eat all these now. I can't eat while we're recording.
Is there love hearts in there as well? It looks like there is.
Give a little whistle.
Yeah, you see, it's not quite a whistle pop or whatever they were.
I didn't want to do it too loud.
Fair enough.
Vimto Chew Bar. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just really enjoying this. I love these fruit salads.
Yep, you can't beat a good fruit salad.
Well, I know what
B&M, they do a dessert sauce, which is fruit salad or blackjack.
I'm going to have to hide this from the wife.
Yeah, I agree. You are going to have to hide it because otherwise they are going to get pillaged.
Yeah.
And there is one more present.
The boy doesn't like sweets, so...
Oh, well, that's good.
He won't eat them.
Yet.
Yeah. Until he realises how amazing sweets are. Wicked.
So there is one more thing. And I was a bit disappointed by your note-taking, so I'm actually really glad that I got...
Taking.
Yeah, your paper notes. They were just these scraps of paper. Mm-hmm. So your final present is a really nice notebook. It's a really nice notebook that everyone will know it's yours. Mm. And you can leave it places and have big questions to answer when T finds it. There we go. That is your notebook.
How to cope with your huge penis. This book belongs to... blah blah contact blah blah.
It's literally just a notebook with a really dodgy cover, and I just saw it and I giggled to myself stupid amounts for about 10 minutes and thought, I'm buying that.
This is what when people have books in their toilet.
Yes.
This is going there, so everyone can just see it on the side. When they come to my house to use the toilet, they go, oh, that's what he's reading.
I love it. You'll have to have like your poo notes. Every time you go for a poo, you've got to write a new note.
Yeah, that's it. Size, shape.
Oh.
I'll give it ratings. That's what I'll do. I'll just put like ratings, like in numbers. I'll do a chart at the beginning that says size. Yeah, size, smell, shape. Satisfaction is the last one.
Outcome, tsunami.
Yeah. Size, shape, smell, and satisfaction, and just number ratings. And then you'll just have like Monday, 23rd, 6, 3, 1, 10.
Whatever you do not look up Bristol stool chart.
No, I've seen that, yeah.
Anyway,
thanks,
happy
mate.
birthday,
These are
dude.
wicked, mate. Thank you. Yeah.
I hope you had a really nice day, because we're pretending that it's already been your birthday and this is a bit late when it hasn't even been your birthday.
Yeah, these are a bit late, mate. Come on.
Oh,
this is coming out on the 30th, right?
Yeah, 30th, yeah.
Yeah, so 9 days late, mate.
Oh, well. What can you do? Yeah. Well, that has been it. Thank you very much for listening to another episode. Ooh, hang on.
Sorry, there's no quiz this week. Not quiz, what we're talking about. Knockout.
Oh, yeah. Nostalgic Kids Show Knockout will return next week. We just thought it was just going to make this episode way too long if we did that. So that will join us next week. We'll do a double entry of that. We'll get 2 lots of them done. So we'll get whatever we're up to around J and K, I think, or K and L. We'll get those done next week. Or next episode. Fuck's sake. One day, Rob. One day. Anyway.
Next week's Trek.
Yeah, next week is Trek, so we will have Trek Talk, where we will be talking about my episode choice.
Well, we'll be talking about the one that we just watched, which was Voyager.
Oh, Threshold, yeah, no, sorry, yeah,
and that's
right.
Your
then,
episode.
Yeah, I will announce my episode in that next episode. Okay. You can also now find us on Discord if you head over to Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, or Blue Sky, or our Facebook page. I will post links there. I will also put the link for the Discord server on channel84.co.uk. Both of us have kind of fallen in love with Discord quite a bit. Again, thanks to Pint of Cthulhu for pointing us towards it. And think we could make a really nice community there. So please do come and join us. We try and be active on there as much as we can. You can find us on X_channel84 for myself, or /Rob for Rob, and you can find us on Blue Sky with exactly the same details. But always, the best place to go is channel84.co.uk, where you can get the latest posts we've done. All our links are there, and everything to do with the podcast is there as well. So just head over there, enjoy it. You can also email us, podcast@channel84.co.uk. If you want to speak to Rob directly, it's rob@channel84.co.uk. Or if you want to speak to me directly, it's tj@channel84.co.uk. Is there anything else, Rob?
Is that a full moon out there tonight?
Oh my God, it's a were-pigeon.
Oh, cool, cool.
Thank you for listening to the Channel 84 Variety Show. This station is now shutting down and will be back in 2 weeks. Excelsior.